Imagine a creature with a 7-meter wingspan, weighing 2 tons, that doesn't have a single bone in its body. It doesn't swim. It flies. Many mistake it for a sea monster or a ghost of the deep, but the truth is that manta rays are the misunderstood geniuses of the ocean. They carry the largest brain of any fish in the world, proportionally larger even than that of many predatory sharks. Today, you will discover what happens inside the minds of these giants and why they might be one of the most self-aware beings on the planet. Before we embark on this epic journey through the depths, please leave a like, share this dive with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single mystery of the ocean. Mantas are the pinnacle of natural engineering. While other fish rely on lateral fins for stability, the manta has transformed its entire body into a perfect hydrodynamic wing. In front of its immense mouth, there are 2 curious structures called cephalic lobes. They function like precision funnels. When the manta finds a plankton feast, it unfurls these ears to channel the food-rich water. In the past, terrified sailors called them devilfish because of those lobes which, when rolled up, look like black horns emerging from the blue. Little did they know they were standing before one of the most docile animals in the world, one that traded teeth and stingers for sophisticated social intelligence. But what truly separates mantas from the rest of the marine kingdom is something profound: self-awareness. In science, there is the mirror test, a challenge that only the world's most intelligent animals, such as dolphins, elephants, and great apes, can pass. Fish, usually driven by pure instinct, typically fail. But the manta ray broke this paradigm in a spectacular way. In recent studies, researchers installed giant mirrors in coral reefs. What they saw was mesmerizing. Unlike other animals that attack the mirror thinking it's an intruder, the mantas demonstrated cognitive curiosity. They began checking parts of their own bodies they had never seen before, like the unique markings on their bellies. They made repetitive movements, swirling in front of the glass, and blew bubbles rhythmically to observe how the reflection reacted. They weren't just looking, they were recognizing themselves. This intelligence isn't a coincidence. Mantas possess the largest brain of any fish, but the secret lies in the cerebellar corpus. This structure is so developed that it allows them to process complex social interactions and recognize individuals of the same species for years. Even more impressive is that they have a network of blood vessels dedicated solely to keeping the brain warm, a central heating system called the Rete Mirabile. This allows their neurons to fire at high speeds, even in the freezing waters of the deep. You aren't just looking at a fish, you are looking at a being that possesses a thermal signature of intelligence. A creature that thinks, plans, and that, when looking at its own reflection, understands that there is an eye navigating the vastness of the blue. A manta's social life is governed by etiquettes and rituals that challenge the idea that fish live in isolation. They travel hundreds of kilometers to reach specific points on the reef known as cleaning stations. Imagine a true underwater spie where the laws of the jungle are suspended in favor of hygiene. There, the mantas enter a state of near trance. They hover motionless, defying the currents, while small, cleaner fish, such as wrasses, perform a meticulous inspection. These little helpers enter their gills and swim over their wounds, removing parasites and dead tissue. It's a fascinating peace pact. The manta gains health, and the cleaner fish gains a safe meal. If the manta feels bothered, it doesn't attack. It simply folds its cephalic lobes and glides away, respecting a social etiquette that few species possess. But what makes every encounter with these giants feel personal is what they carry on their bellies. Each manta has a pattern of dark spots that is absolutely unique in the universe. It is their biological fingerprint. Today, scientists use photo recognition software originally developed by NASA to map stars to identify these animals through these spots. If you encounter a manta today off the coast of Indonesia and it reappears in Australia 20 years from now, we will know exactly who she is, where she has been, and even who her relatives are. It is a permanent record of a long life, as these beings can live for over 50 years. They aren't just shadows in the ocean. They are individuals with a history, a name, and a fixed place on the map of the sea stars. In the ocean's chessboard, being a genius doesn't mean you're safe. Even with 2 tons of weight and a wingspan that intimidates most living beings, the manta lives under constant tension. It is the target of a war of intelligences against orcas, the only ones capable of deciphering the manta's flight. Orcas utilize a cruel tactic. They strike the manta's body to flip it upside down, forcing a state of paralysis called tonic immobility. In seconds, the conscious giant becomes a prisoner of its own body, unable to move a muscle, while the predator dominates the situation. But the threat also comes from the shadows. Large sharks, like the tiger and the great white, are specialists in ambush attacks. If you observe a manta closely, you will see that many carry deep semicircle-shaped scars on the edges of their wings. These are the marks of battles where the manta used its only real defense, explosive speed. With no teeth to bite or stingers to inject venom, its life depends entirely on its ability to read the ocean and escape before the first strike proves fatal. However, the most dangerous predator is the one the manta cannot see coming: the human being. For an animal that invested millions of years in the evolution of its brain and almost nothing in weapons of attack, the encounter with our technology is disastrous. This gentle giant now faces a silent and irrational threat. They are being hunted for their gill plates, the delicate filters they use to sift plankton. In the traditional Asian medicine market, there is an unfounded belief that these plates can cure everything from asthma to cancer. It is a biological tragedy. We are destroying a superior intelligence to feed a myth without any scientific proof. The true problem is that the mathematics of a manta's life cannot withstand the pressure of hunting. While a tuna or a cod releases millions of eggs in a single season, the manta operates on a human time scale. They take over a decade to reach sexual maturity. And when they are finally ready, gestation lasts 12 long and exhausting months to give birth to a single pup. Imagine the risk. They invest an entire year of energy, protection, and care into just one life. If that pup doesn't survive, or if the mother is captured before giving birth, the entire lineage suffers a fatal blow. They can take up to 3 years to recover and attempt a new pregnancy. In practice, this means that mantas cannot replenish their populations at the same rate they are being removed from the sea. They invested in the quality of the mind and in social refinement rather than in the quantity of the species. Every life lost isn't just a number in a fishing statistic. It is a library of ancient intelligence, a self-aware being that navigated for decades, that is erased forever from the map of the ocean. In the abyss, intelligence is an asset against nature, but against human greed, it becomes its greatest vulnerability. Nature never ceases to amaze us, and the manta is living proof that the ocean still holds secrets from another world. If you learned something today that changed your perspective on these magnificent beings, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. This helps spread the message that science and wildlife deserve our attention. And I want to hear from you. If you were diving and suddenly a 7-meter giant glided silently over your head, would you feel fear or profound awe? Leave your answer in the comments. Until our next dive.